Hey, Crime Junkie Jurors. Today is Tuesday, May 20th, and we just wrapped up with day 19 of Karen Read's second trial. Now, Burgess was back on the stand today to finish his robust cross-examination, and there were right off the bat some issues that were brought up again, as if there weren't enough yesterday. The whole point of him being there is aligning timelines, but apparently he has trouble with that. Alessi asked about how accurate his timeline is, and he says it's accurate down to the second. But Alessi says that's not true, is it? And he points out that in his presentation, Burgess actually has the wrong date on everything.
Mr. Burgess, once that timeline crosses into midnight, it's January 30th, not January 29th, correct?
Correct. Yes, it is January 30th. Yes.
So in actuality, these five timelines, as you testified to them yesterday, are not accurate down to the second, correct? Because you got the wrong date.
Well, parlance, yes, but yes, they are still accurate to the second.
But the date, these five timelines, let's pursue this. These five timelines are exactly 24 hours off from the time where the event actually occurred, correct?
No. So these events occurred on January 30th. If I misspoke and said the 29th, yes.
Okay.
With issues like that, plus making the mistake of the bits versus bytes, plus the issues with his CV and LinkedIn and the website all having different information about his education, I can't help but wonder how credible the jurors found all of his information. But even with all of these issues that Burgess says are mistakes or misunderstandings, etc., Burgess keeps pointing out what he says are other people's mistakes. Like, one example is Maggie Gaffney, who performed the chip-off for Karen Read's SUV. Now, Burgess said something about a competent analyst would retrieve information that he says was overlooked. And then in court filings from Brennan, he said that Burgess, through his training and experience, believes the chip-off evidence was incomplete and said what he thought it should have, but he based that on a mistake that he made where he mixed up the bits versus bytes. One's bigger than the other. Now, DeSoger is another example. That's the defense's expert. And in something that I have never seen before in any trial ever, Brennan had Burgess, his witness, on the stand today going through the defense expert's report and saying what all of his issues are with it and what he doesn't agree with. And y'all, this expert for the defense has not even testified yet.
Did you get a chance to read Mr. DeSorga's report, including the actual text explaining his analysis and process leading to this chart?
Yes, I was.
Did you look at Mr. DeSorga's entire report?
Yes, I did. So my primary focus and to adjust the clocks was because I thought the PowerPoint slides by Mr. DeSogra were misleading.
But with all the issues that have been pointed out with Burgess's mistakes, can the jury trust him now? Do y'all trust him? Let me know what you think in comments. Now, Brennan does try to salvage this witness while on redirect, but his attempt to do so kind of shows that he's missed the whole point. Brennan focuses a lot on whether or not it takes a bachelor's degree to be successful. And then he starts name dropping.
Is a bachelor's degree a prerequisite of success in a particular field?
No, it is not.
You ever hear of Bill Gates,
Yes.
Stephen Jobs,
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey?
Sustained.
Y'all, he used Stephen Jobs' government name, and I think that he missed the whole point here. The point isn't that you need a bachelor's degree to be successful or to be able to do any of the things that he's doing. The point is that having your website where people find you and hire you that lists your qualifications and education, if it's giving qualifications and education that you don't have, that's a problem. It gives the appearance of stretching or misinterpreting information to make it look one way when it's really something else. And in a trial like this, that's not something you want to show. Now, Brennan also asked Burgess if he has ever inflated his qualifications or education in court. And Burgess said no. But when Alessi got up again, he brought up a federal case where Burgess was listed as a witness. Now, I pulled this record from Pacer, and in his CV for that case, Burgess actually has 2024 listed on his CV as his graduation instead of it saying currently pursuing. Now, this was actually filed in August of 2023, and Burgess says that he put 2024 because he was expecting to graduate in 2024, but he didn't because work, family, and life got in the way. Now, Alessi also points out that the degree listed on that CV isn't even something that's offered there. And Burgess acknowledges, oh yeah, well, that's an error. So Alessi spent a lot of time going over the data, the analysis, and the qualifications. But it seems like Brennan was pretty frustrated about the issues with the CV. And at the very end of questioning, Brennan gets really snarky and he kind of asks a question, but it's kind of more of a comment.
Did you ever represent to a court that you had a degree that you didn't earn?
No, I have not.
He asked you a number of questions about this 2023 filing, but didn't ask you any questions about the data. Does your opinion regarding the data change in any way in light of his questions about a 2023 filing that you didn't file and someone filed on your behalf?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained. I'm going to strike that question.
Now, that question was inaccurate and also argumentative, so it was struck from the record. Now, Christina Hanley from the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab was on the stand at the end of the day. She's doing the glass comparisons, but her testimony was cut short. We ended a little bit early today, so she'll be back on the stand tomorrow. So that's it. Let me know what y'all think in comments. This witness that we wrapped up with today is one that seems to be kind of dividing the internet a little bit. So let me know what you took from his testimony, what you think the other side, whichever side you're on, whatever side the other side, whatever they got from it. And let me know if you think that he is credible or not. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Don't forget, we have the full breakdown of everything happening this week on this week's episode of 13th Juror Podcast. And of course, we are live every day, every morning for court, 9 a.m. right here on Crime Junkie Jury.